Yo, it's your boy J Rod. Welcome back. Today we got the Week 8 pick'ems, and we got Shazy,
Yo, what up?
Kenny,
You're
and last week wasn't too bad for us. I don't know about Shazy, but Shazy, what was your record?
I was 9-3.
All right, Oreo,
10-2.
and I was also 10-2 because we are including the Thursday night matchups. Yeah, no, not a terrible week from us. So far, it looks like Shazi's the one who's behind, but he's gonna look to get it going this week. So let's hop right into this. We got our Thursday night matchup. We got the Packers facing off against the Cardinals. Shazi, tip us off with this one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here. I would really consider the Packers to be a winner of this game if Devontae Adams was available, but he's on. He's out with COVID this week, so I just think that the Cardinals defense is going to really try to lock down Aaron Jones and all of Rodgers' options, and I just think the Cardinals will get the W because of lack of weapons.
All right, and then Ken, what do you think?
I'm going with Packers on this one. I think the Packers are going to,
Ooh,
even though they have Devontae Adams out, but I think they can come out and win and give the Cardinals their first loss. It's got to come sooner or later. I think it's going to come this week.
okay, I like that. I like that. I'm kind of on the same fence when it comes with Shazi about this game. If they had Devonte Adams, I would heavily consider them. The Cardinals are also missing some big time players, but I think Devonte Adams being out for the Packers definitely hurts more. Not having those playmakers or those guys that could create space for Aaron Rodgers. Their record's surprisingly pretty good without Devonte Adams, but against the Cardinals defense, it's just it's not going to be the same ball game. So yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals. Um, and then we got the Panthers facing off against the Falcons. I'll start off with this one. I'm going with the Panthers here. Um, this is a game where it looks like everything is going for the Falcons. Like they seem like they're getting better every week when the Panthers seem like they're getting worse every week. But then, that's usually are the games where, you don't expect it to happen. So I'm going with the Panthers. I'm putting trust in Sam Darnold, which it hurts to say that, but I am. I think the Falcons will probably get a lead here in the first half, and they'll just do the classic Falcons thing and just blow the lead. And the Panthers could get back in this game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, this was definitely a tough pick for me. I chose the Panthers last week, and they failed me. So I'm going to go with the Falcons this week. They're home. I just think the Panthers are just falling off, and the Falcons are getting better. This is kind of a gut game for me, and also I'm a little pissed off from last week. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Falcons for this week.
I'm going with the Falcons on this one, too, because, Sam Darnold's turning into New York Jets, Sam Darnold. So I think the Falcons are winning in this one.
All right, looks like I'm the lone rider on that game. Then we got the Dolphins facing off against the Bills. As Shazi likes to say, I'm a Dolphins hater. So yes, I am going with the Miami. I'm kidding. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Um, Wait, did I say something wrong? What's going on? Did I say
I
that?
mean, I called you the Bills hater.
Oh, did I say Dolphins hater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I meant to say he likes to call me the Bills hater because I go against the Bills. All right. Yeah, I thought I said something wrong. All right. I'm going with the Bills though. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really
I'm
need to
gonna.
explain.
Yeah, there's no explanation here. Two back-to-back shitty picks. It's the Bills for this one.
Bills on this one as well. That's my lock. That's my 16-pointer in my pick'em league, so that's easy win.
There you go. And then we get the Niners facing off against the Bears. I went against the Niners last week and it worked out well. But this week I think they come out here and they get a win. I think their defense will be able to shut down Justin Fields and that Bears offense. Not that I have a lot of confidence in the Niners offense, but I think they're definitely going to give more of a problem than the Bears offense.
I'm going to go with the Niners, too, because Justin Fields hasn't been the best. And I just think that Niners defense will come out and lock him up. And, Jimmy G, he's good. He's due for a decent game. I think he'll ball out this game. Niners on this one.
Yeah, I said last week in the week before, Justin Fields is just not comfortable yet, and I'm gonna go with that again this week. Khalil Mack is pretty doubtful for the game too, so losing him on the defense is tough. So I just think the 49ers could have a pretty comfortable win.
Yeah. I didn't even know Khalil Mack was out. That's I guess that makes it even better. And then we got the Steelers facing off against the Browns. This is probably going to be one of the best games of the week. Very tough one. I mean, at first I was all for the Steelers, but I think now I'm starting to lean towards the Brown. I think Nick Chubb being back is going to be huge, and I just have more trust in the Browns. Well, I don't want to say more trust in the Browns defense than the Steelers defense. I guess it just comes down to like how their offenses are going to do against those defenses, and I just think like the Browns are going to be able to break them down better, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's a tough one though, because it could go either way.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This is definitely one of the harder picks. But I'm also going to go with the Browns. I think the defenses are really evenly matched, quite honestly. But I just think it's going to be about what offense outscores each other, and I just think Baker's back this week. He looks like he's going to be playing, and Nick Chubb's back. So I just think the Browns are going to just outscore the Steelers. It's going to be a close game. I could really see it going either way, but I'm going with the Browns.
I'm going with the Browns on this one too. I don't trust Big Ben at all. He's done. This should be his last year. But Nick Chubb's going to come out and run the ball down the throat.
There we go. All right, and then we got the Eagles facing off against the Lions. Lions, I think, are just bound to get a win at some point this season, and I can see this being the game.
Yeah.
I just don't like the Eagles at all. I don't like they got some star players, but you can never even tell when they're on the field. It's really weird, but yeah, I like the Lions on this one.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be a little bit lonely on this pick, but I'm going to go with the Lions as well. Yeah, I think they're due for this win here. I'm not saying it's Jalen Hurts' fault. It's just he's got nobody to throw the ball to, and it's like the Lions are due for it. They kind of shocked the Rams in the first half a little bit last week, so I think if they can do that to the Eagles and shock them right away, I just don't think the Eagles have enough weapons like the Rams do to make that comeback. So I think if the Lions get the job done early and just hold out for the game, they'll get the win.
I'm going with the Lions as well. I think it's a clean sweep from
Wow.
us. I think the Lions are going to get their first win this week. Eagles have been struggling. They're not playing good this year, and the Lions have been playing somewhat decent. Like Shazy said, so I think they get their first win this week.
Okay, I'm kind of surprised we all went with the Lions. Being that they are 0-7.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like they're 0-7. It seems like they're a terrible team, but they're like in reality they're like I don't think they're an 0-7 team. They're a bad team, but they're not 0-7. Like they've had a couple close games. And Jared Goff he's been playing not the best, but
I mean, I feel like people have been hating on Goff too much. He hasn't even been that bad.
Yeah,
He just,
I'm
like,
not
has
trying
no
to hate on
receiving
him, but
options
he hasn't been as good as he was with the Rams. But obviously, the Rams are a better team. They have more weapons.
He had weapons on that team.
The Lions, they don't have anybody now.
Yeah. That should be a good one though. And then we got the Titans facing off against the Colts. I'm going with the Colts here. They're actually favored, which is surprising. Like I don't get why they're favored. The Titans, I think, beat them earlier this year. Titans on a nice little win streak right now, beating not only the Buffalo Bills, but then the Chiefs. Absolutely blew out the Chiefs. I think the Colts come in here, though, and get a dub. Or not come, they're already home, you know what I'm saying? But, I think Carson Wentz is getting a lot more comfortable with this offense. They're playing a lot better. Jonathan Taylor's getting it going. And I think as long as they can contain Derrick Henry, they can, they could keep the score close and finish out this game.
Contain Derrick Henry. You're nuts.
No, the Colts are always nice at that, though. Like
yeah, but Derrick Henry didn't have any touchdowns last week. He's a little angry.
Touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Besides
throwing one. I'm talking running, My MVP again, still is. I think he's going to, go off. I said that last week, but he didn't run for any touchdowns. So this week he's going to have one or two touchdowns, and he's going to have another 100-yard game and still ball out.
Yeah, I've been on the Colts train lately, but I'm gonna go with the Titans this week. The Colts, Jonathan Taylor and T.Y. Hilton are questionable. They'll probably play, but as of now, they're questionable. But
Keep going.
what?
Keep going. Keep going. My bad.
Oh, okay, no. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Titans. I just think Derrick Henry's too much, and if not, Julio Jones, AJ Brown, they'll be playing, and they'll get the job done. I think it's just too many weapons for the Colts to handle.
All right. Once again, the Lone Rider J Rod. I think I'm gonna slip you guys off that one. And then we got the Bengals facing off against the Jets. Got the Bengals pick last week against the Ravens, big time pick. Joe Flacco coming in big time, starting
Yeah.
QB. I mean, I think the Jets actually might keep it close in the first half. Play some really good defense. Joe Flacco might make some plays, but the Bengals are gonna take the game. They'll start blowing them out in the second half. Jamar Chase will go crazy. So yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious pick there.
I'm going with the New York. No, I'm kidding. I'm going with the Bengals on this one. Joe Burrow's been playing real good. Um, so, and the Bengals have been playing good, especially coming off that big win last week against the Ravens, absolutely smashing them. So they should come out and smash the Jets as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Bengals. Even if like Joe Flacco is coming in the middle of the week, so I don't know if they'll get him up to speed quick enough. And I think even if they did, the Jets are just terrible. So the Bengals, pretty easy pick.
All right. Where are we at? Where are we at? All right, we got the Rams facing off against the Texans. We all got the Rams, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. That's a good way to get through with that one. Uh, then we got the Jags facing off against the Seahawks. Jags can make this a game. They got their first win of the season against the Dolphins, coming off a bye week as well. I think Seattle's due for a win, though. Geno Smith, he hasn't been great, but he's looking, more comfortable as the weeks go on. I think they finally start getting Tyler Lockett going. So, yeah. What do you guys think?
I'm going with the Seahawks as well. I think Geno Smith's due for his win. I know I was hating on him last week, but just the Jags are like terrible. They're awful. Either Tyler Lockett or DK's going to go off this week.
I'm going with the Jaguars.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's what better time to go play the Seahawks than right now. No Russell Wilson. You know, Tyler Lockett has been absolutely locked up for the last 3 weeks. I have him in fantasy, and it's just been frustrating. Um, I mean, it's going to be a close game, I think, regardless of whoever wins. But I think if the Jags have a chance of winning a game, again, it's this game right here. So I'm going with the Jags.
This guy's moving the fantasy frustrations over to the pickings. I like it. All right, and then we got let's do this one. We got the Patriots facing off against the Chargers. Matchup wise, I love the Patriots for this game. Like I think they can run the ball on the Chargers. I think they could give Justin Herbert some problems. Like everything, the past like six or seven meetings, I think the Patriots have beat them. They absolutely blew them out last year, like 42-0 or something like that.
Yeah, bad.
But it's tough to go all the way to LA when Chargers just had a bye week. They're looking to get revenge after that Ravens game where they got absolutely dominated. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers. But the Patriots are definitely a good matchup pick here.
I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one, too. Coming off the bye, they're going to be fresh, fresh legs. And they're also home. So if the Patriots are home, I think I probably would go with the Patriots this week. But since the Chargers are, I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah, this was a hard pick for me, and I'm going with the Patriots here, and I'm
Did
going
you
to tell
switch
you.
that? Did you switch?
No. I was considering the Chargers, but I'm going with the Patriots. The Chargers had a bye last week, but the Patriots basically had a bye last week too, with going against the Jets, and like it was just a motivator. They were able to put a lot of points up offensively, so I think they needed that motivation to go play the Chargers. They're 2-0 away, so another away game here. I just think the Patriots can really catch them off guard here, and I mean, it could go either way. I think it's going to be a really close game, but I'm going with the Patriots here.
Yeah, I like that pick. One of us had to go with the Patriots. I really like their matchup in this one. Um, and then next up, we got the where we at? Where we at? All right, we got Washington facing off against the Broncos. Um, I mean, I was leaning towards the Broncos at first just because they were home. That was honestly like the only reason. And then the more I was breaking it down, like Washington's defense actually played well for once this season against the Packers. Like they held them pretty good for the first half. You can see Aaron Rodgers was cheesing all game because he was about to get sacked like every play. So yeah, I think Washington's defense comes out here, causes some problems for the Broncos offense. Broncos defense is a little bit banged up as well, so I think Washington could get stuff going on offense if they get Terry McLaurin and their playmakers going.
Um, for the first time ever, I'm going with the Broncos. No matter how I call them phony all the time, but I just don't think Washington is there. Yeah, they had a good defensive game last week, but like they still lost. You can't really say good defensive effort and you still lost. But I think the Broncos is 4 straight losses. They're home. They have to get this win, and I just think the Broncos are going to be due for it here. Yeah, that's pretty much my only reason.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Broncos are going to win this week. Jerry Jeudy may come back. He had a good practice on Tuesday and a decent one on Wednesday, so he may be coming back from that ankle injury. And if he does, then I think that favors the Broncos a little more. I'm going Broncos on this one.
All right, yeah, Jerry Jeudy is definitely going to be a huge addition coming back. I forgot about that, but I still like Washington. Still like them. Um, and then we got the Bucks facing off against the Saints. Jameis Winston, his revenge game. Man, I really want to pick the Saints just for the story. Jameis Winston at home, divisional matchup. But I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I just think this is gonna be a very close game. I think it might be surprisingly low scoring as well. But I think like when it comes to the very end of the fourth quarter, Tom Brady is just going to take the game over. I have a lot more trust in Tom Brady in that offense than I do the Saints offense. All right, what do you guys think?
Oh, I got I think I have the Buccaneers on this one. Yeah, the Buccaneers on this one. Tom Brady's been balling out. Buccaneers in general just have been playing real well, and they're decent. And their defense is just going to come out and lock up James Winston. Even though he had his surgery, he's still throwing some picks. Still not playing well, but you got the Broncos on this one.
I'm going to go with the Buccaneers here.
I was hoping someone would get the Saints.
And, we just don't know what kind of Jameis Winston we're going to get. We're either going to get the Jameis Winston who throws very sketchy passes, bad plays, or we're going to get the guy who throws the deep ball well and is just going to shred a defense. But I just don't know what we're going to do. They're going to do against a team like the Buccaneers. So I'm going to go with the safe pick and go with the Buccaneers here.
All right. Then we got the Cowboys facing off against the Vikings for the primetime matchup Sunday night. This is definitely a very winnable game for the Vikings. Both teams coming off a bye, so that makes it even more, confusing. It's going to be a very high-scoring game. Both teams are just going to be lighting it up like crazy. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, though. I just think they're the more prepared team. I think from top to bottom, they're just a lot more talented. But it should be a very good game.
Yeah, I had a hard time with this pick, too. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys, unfortunately. I just think the Vikings, all their losses have been really close losses. But I think this will be another close loss. But Cowboys are playing well right now. Defense is playing well for them. Yeah, I just think the Cowboys are going to edge out the Vikings here.
Yeah, I was super close on this one. This one was a hard game, and the line is 1.5 to the Cowboys. But since you two went with the Cowboys, I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one. I'm gonna change it up.
I like it.
They're home. Kirk Cousins has had a decent year. I think they're gonna come out, not shocked, but they're gonna play real well this week. The Cowboys their defense has been very playing well, but I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one to be a little different, and also it was kind of a 50-50 for me, so I'm going with the Vikings.
All right. He's trusting Kirk Cousins in the primetime matchup. I don't know about that. Because Kirk's record is pretty trash.
You like that?
Yeah, you like that. We got the Monday night matchup. We got Kenny's Giants going against the Chiefs. Ken, go with the Giants. Go with the Giants.
I want to go with the Giants so bad. Like, I really, really do, especially since Patrick Mahomes hasn't been, quote-unquote, Patrick Mahomes that, we know. And Daniel Jones has been playing well, especially coming off that beautiful catch of the year so far.
It was a nasty catch, I'm not going to lie.
But sadly, if the Giants were home, maybe I would choose them, even though our fans leave a hat. I'm going to go with the Chiefs on this one. But you know what's funny is on ESPN, for our rushing leader, it's Daniel Jones. He's our rushing leader so far this year. If we had Saquon and we were home, I would choose the Giants 100%, but I'm going with the Chiefs on this one.
I'm going with the Chiefs here.
Sure about that? Last week you chose against the Giants, and you know who won?
Yeah, but
we smacked them.
Phony Panthers team, and the fact that your quarterback has the most rushing yards for your team is kind of sad.
So the Ravens are sad? So the Ravens are sad.
He's got a point there, Josh.
Lamar Jackson is an exception to the rule.
Daniel Jones is too. Odell Jones Jr.? Come on.
I'm going with the Chiefs here. I don't really have to explain.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
You sure, Justice?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
That was your only loss last. Well,
that's a good point. I remember saying at the end of the video, I was like, if the Giants are my only loss, I'll be fine with it last week.
And they were one of your two, so.
Yeah, one of my two. Yeah, because I don't know why I chose the Broncos, but that was a good game. Yeah, I got the Chiefs. I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be close, like in the first half, and then.
Yeah, I agree as well. Giants usually play well in the first half. Last week was the first time a team scored on us on the first drive. Usually we lock up in the first drive and then,
And that was the only point they scored all game, too.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the first half it'll be close, but definitely the Chiefs, sadly.
All right. So there's our picks. We'll go through them. So this first tab, this is mine. And then we got, who's this? Oh, yeah, this is Kenneth's. And then we got Shazy's. If you want to pause them, feel free to do so. Look them over. If you're trying to win some money, though, look at my picks. I mean, I won some big-time money in my football pool last week. So
you came in first last week?
Yeah, I did. I won, like, a big, fat, $500 check in this bitch. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the end of the week 8 pick'ems. Stay tuned for next week. There should be some good games there. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Leave a like on this video and click that notification bell. And peace!